Self-care is self-love. Self-love directs you to the part of you that is motivated by love and not by fear. Take some time with yourself every day to stay in touch with your higher self, your true self. Let's get started with today's practice. Today's practice is all about our forehead, and we're focusing especially on these 11 lines. They're pesky, and most of us have them, maybe because we're scowling too much or looking too closely at our phone. But today we're going to work on these. First of all, though, we're going to sit up straight, shoulders back and down. Sternum lifted, heart open, chest open, and face relaxed. Let's get started. Let's get started just taking some breaths in and out. And then we're going to tap our third eye. We're going to just take 2 fingers and start tapping this third eye. This is also our 11 lines. So we're relaxing the muscles between our eyebrows. And we're energizing this third eye, just getting its attention. Keep breathing and tapping. This third eye is closely associated with our intuition. So as we breathe and relax and tune into our body, let's tune into our intuition as well. And in traditional Chinese medicine, this area is associated with the liver as a body part and anger as an emotion. So you might think about tapping this sometimes if you want to assuage your anger. Okay. What'd you think? That was great, wasn't it? So next we're going to put some oil, as we're going to be rubbing our forehead, and we don't ever want to do that and pull the skin or stretch the skin. So you can use jojoba oil or coconut oil or whatever kind of oil you really prefer. I'm using jojoba today, and this is a mix I use a lot. It's got some of my favorite essential oils in it. So I'm just going to rub it on my forehead. If you need to pause this and get yourself some oil, I would suggest you do that. We're going to go over to our temples too. So we want the oil over there as well. There we go. Keep breathing all the time. Never stop breathing. Deeply, slowly is what we're looking for. This is all about relaxation, self-love, and self-care. So we're going to use our fists, but usually we think about our fists like this. But we're going to think about our fists like this, like flat-fisted. And we're going to put our fists on our forehead, and we're going to move them in a circular motion. This is where the oil comes in very handy. You wouldn't want to do this without oil on your forehead. So we'll start in the beginning, and if you're ready, you can follow along with me, and we'll move out slowly to our temples. Dig in a little bit there, then come back. We move from the center out all the time. This is where fluid flows in our faces. So keep doing this with that flattened fist. Now we're going to take our fingers And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to move them in a circular motion from the center out to the temples, just relaxing that muscle in your forehead. When we're moving lymphatic fluid, as I said, fluid flows from the center out to the sides, and there's nodes, and the fluid doesn't flow very well by itself. Our circulatory system has a heart pumping it, but our lymphatic system doesn't. So it's nice of us to help move it along. Okay, let's start tapping. We could tap with the spider tapping, which is nice and fun. From the center out, tapping your temples. If this is uncomfortable for you, if your fingers don't like to do this, you can do taps like this. It's yogi's choice. I'm going to do a little bit of this spider. Remember to keep breathing, shoulders back and down, sternum lifted, your heart lifted to the sky. Face yoga is such a natural, wonderful way to care for your face. Okay, now we're going to do this 3-finger slide. These tall fingers here, we're going to start it in the center, about at our eyebrows, and we're just going to push up, all loving movements, telling your whole self, but your forehead in particular, that you are giving love. Give it enough pressure that you can feel it. This is a great thing to do. You can do all of these things actually in bed. And this next exercise we're going to do is something that will really help you get to sleep faster and maybe sleep better. So let's get to it. It's called a brow pinch. And I've just lately, in probably the last year, learned about pinching, horizontal pinching. You see what I'm doing? I'm pinching my 11 lines horizontally, and they will get pink because they're calling for blood to come to the area. So we're going to start at the middle. And we're going to pinch out. Now, don't pull your skin out. We're not doing that. We're just doing small pinches. All the way out to the end of your eyebrow, to the outside corner of your eye, actually. Continue to breathe. Come out of the pose and feel the benefits. How does that feel? It must be a strange feeling to someone who's not a regular eyebrow pincher, but I love it. I especially love doing this in the middle. But I digress. We're going on to finger hook slides. Take your pointer and make a hook. Then we're going to start here in the middle and pull out with our hook. Now, I hope your forehead is sufficiently oiled, because it doesn't do any good if you're stretching your skin or hurting it here. So we're starting here in the middle, and we're going to go out, back to the middle, move your hook out. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. I mostly breathe in and out through my nose, but occasionally I think a nice cleansing breath through the mouth is appropriate. Let's go back to tapping. You can do the spider tapping if that's your jam. I kind of like it. I didn't used to like it. I thought it was silly, but it's not silly at all. It's nice. Come out of that and just sit for a moment. Close your eyes and take a few breaths. How do you feel? I feel great. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our 2 fingers here in the middle again, and we're going to push them up and spread them as we go. Do you feel that? I mean, do you have the hang of that? It's a pretty basic move. I didn't want to over-explain it. We spend so much time creating these 11 lines. It's nice to spend a little time reducing them. Face yoga, like mat yoga, Pilates, all those things we do, resistance training. When we spend time taking care of our bodies, we show our body how much we care. We spend a lot of time, a big part of our life, tending to other people and showing them love that way. And in our third age, we have a little bit more time to do that to and for ourselves. Wouldn't you agree? I love this face massage. I love face yoga, but face massage is good. Just like I love regular yoga and regular massage. Now, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to take our hands in prayer position and put your thumbs like right in the center, like where you're in the inside corner of your eye and your nose. And you'll feel a little kind of indentation in there. And that's what we want. And we want to kind of let our head rest forward into these thumbs. You know, we want to give it a little pressure. Watch out. Don't scratch yourself with your nails. We want to give it some pressure. We don't want to hurt ourselves, but this feels so good. So just let your head rest here for a bit and keep breathing. Thank you for spending time with me today. I would love to hear from you about these practices that I bring to you and about an area of concern that you would like for me to focus on. Thanks again for joining me.